We are in a classic Lynchburg, technically Bedford County, the area of Forest, a classic neighborhood today.
Yeah, it's a classic.
In Forest, Virginia. Here we are on the map. We're gonna zoom in Virginia down to Lynchburg and then over to the west side of Forest. And this is the area that we're gonna look at, a little neighborhood community called Walker's Crossing. Now, if we get inside the map, if we want to go to Walker's Crossing, you're going to find it right down Everett Road. Now, if we drive down Everett, you're going to see what this looks like. A little two-lane road, nice houses on either side. There's a couple little spurs and a couple little developments off on either side here. It is very nice. We're going to talk about how far we are to different locations, but it's a beautiful area. I would have no problem living here myself in this particular neighborhood or this particular area. As long as you find the house that you like in the price range that you want or need, this could be a great place for you. So classic, what do I mean by classic? Well, larger homes, brick exteriors, good sized yards. We're not talking about cookie cutter homes. We're not talking about being right on top of each other. And we are talking about a little bit higher price than the median price in the Lynchburg MLS. As I mentioned, this particular neighborhood is called Walker's Crossing, and you get a sense here of the yards, the size of the homes. We're going to look at two homes that are actively for sale and one that recently sold, so you can get a sense of how much are these homes, how much space are there, is there, how much space is there, square foot, what kind of finishes can you find in homes here in Walker's Crossing. And I'm just for the first time looking at my shirt. I don't even know if that collar is all good or not, but there we go. All right, don't pay attention to the collar, pay attention to the homes here. We're talking about Forest, Virginia and Walker's Crossing specifically. The first home I want to mention is on Chesden Drive. This one was listed by Susie Rowland of Long and Foster, and it's already sold, it's gone. But just to give you kind of a baseline of what's been happening here. This one sold in June of 2025 for $699,000, one day on the market. Built in 2005, 5 bedrooms, 5 bath, over 4,500 square feet. Not a small house. Another house we're going to look at is currently active. It is listed by Liesl Lancaster with Lauren Bell Real Estate. This one's on Ashburn Drive, built in 2002, 4 bed, 4 bath, over 3,700 square feet. It is listed at $669,900. And finally, the other house that's active right now in Walker's Crossing, listed by Stacy Powell with Keller Williams, built in 2007 on Brandy Springs Court. How many bedrooms do you need? This one has 7 and it has 5 bathrooms and it's over 6,000 square feet. And the price tag on this one is $1.1+ million. Before we get into the details of Walker's Crossing in Forest, Virginia, let me remind you, I am JD Miller. I do work with that little international real estate company called eXp Realty. You have my name, you have my number. Please feel free to reach out anytime you want to if you're thinking about considering moving to, in, or around the Lynchburg, Virginia area. And while you're watching this, at any time, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to this video or to this channel. When you do that, it helps me connect with more people who are interested in living or moving or investing in Lynchburg or the surrounding areas in Lynchburg, Virginia. I get to meet some great people like you who watch these videos and then reach out and call, email, or text. We get to connect and we get to go look at houses together. And sometimes we even become friends after they move here.
We are friends. Stanley, we're friends.
No pressure. You don't have to become my friend if you don't want to, but you never know if you end up moving here. Back to Walker's Crossing in Bedford County. There are about 85 homes in Walker's Crossing development, almost all built between 2002 and 2007. And you can take a look here and see these two homes that are active right now for sale, one that sold. We're going to dig into those homes in a moment. But first, a little historical washing machine or something dinging threw me off. First, a little historical data on Walker's Crossing. That home that sold in June is the only home to sell in this area in the last 12 months. If we go back another year to 2 years back, only 3 more homes in this entire development sold. And if we go back another year to 3 years back, only 2 more homes sold. What does that tell us? It tells us that generally there is not a lot of turnover in this development at Walker's Crossing. Something else that may be important to you, taxes. We are in Bedford County in this location. So that means taxes are the lowest they can be. Real estate taxes are 41 cents per $100 value. Personal property tax, which vehicles fall under, so that's the most common thing that we have here. Vehicles are $2.35 per $100 value. Now these are some of the lowest taxes that you're going to find anywhere in the Lynchburg, Virginia area. Let's break it down a little bit further for you and discuss a $500,000 house as an example. So when I say per $100 value, that means it's like a unit of $100. So if we take a $500,000 house, divide it by 100, we have 5,000 units. And then if we take that 5,000 times the tax rate, that's 5,000 times 41 cents. That means your real estate tax on a $500,000 home is going to be $2,050 in Bedford County. If you have a $25,000 vehicle, you divide it by $100 value. So a unit of 100, you get 250 units. And then you multiply 250 by the tax rate. So you're looking at a $587 tax on that vehicle. Now, different counties, municipalities, the city, the different counties, they may handle how they value those vehicles a little differently. Maybe it's the, NADA, I don't know, like Kelley Blue Book. Think of that value. That's what you're going to calculate your taxes off of, what the county is going to calculate your taxes off of for your bill for those personal property items, those vehicles that you have. What is something that we talk about in every video that we do when we're talking about areas? Starts with an L. Location.
Are we there yet?
Well, if you're in Walker's Crossing, you're not far from being there. You're almost there, no matter where there is. Let's throw up some photos and just talk about some areas as far as travel on the map. Lynchburg Regional Airport, you're about 15 minutes. Liberty University, you're about 15 minutes. Lynchburg General Hospital and downtown in general, you're about 25 minutes. As far as food goes, you're about 7 to 10 minutes from either a Kroger or a Food Lion or even a Walmart neighborhood market. And if you want to get to a supercenter, you're about 15 minutes away from a Walmart supercenter. And of course, there are some very good restaurants in and around the Forest area. Whatever your taste may be, not very far. I'm going to say 15 minutes max, and sometimes closer. Italian, Chinese, burgers, like American fare, pizza, all kinds of food, different things going on right around the Forest area and Walker's Crossing specifically. Okay, let's take a little photo tour here through one of those internet websites. We'll look at some photos of these houses and just get a glimpse at what's out there, what's selling, what's for sale at Walker's Crossing. And don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, please go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, drop a comment. What could we comment on? You can comment on anything you'd like. Maybe you could comment on, hey, if I'm watching this video and I'm thinking about buying a house, what are you thinking about that's important to you? A yard, a garage, a basement, a place for the kids to be, the exterior of the house, a detached building of some kind for storage or for a workshop. I want to be close to the hospital. I need to be close to the school. If you're a house shopper, and if you're not a house shopper, I don't know why you're watching this, but you can stick around, stay here. You don't need to go anywhere. But if you're a house shopper, what's at the top of your list? What do you look for when you're looking for homes? Let's go ahead and take a little video tour here of these homes. So this is the one on Chesden, 5-bed, 5-bath. Beautiful, you can see on the outside. It's a beautiful looking home. Nice brick. There again, you get a sense of the yards and the things that are around the neighborhood as far as space. Right inside, nice hardwood floors. If I misspeak about anything, I'm not reading the listing per se. I'm just going off of what we're looking at. And you can go on these internet websites and pull up these homes and take a look at what this is. But I'll point out the crown molding, the nice color, the condition of the floor, what looks to be really nice. You got to get there and put your eyeballs on it to see it. But it looks really nice. I like the arched doorways here. And this one's no longer available. I mean, that's a beautiful looking kitchen. I like the countertops. I like the backsplash. And we've talked about this on some other videos that I've done, but a lot of homes are going to this thing where they're not tiling the backsplash, but they're kind of continuing the countertop up as a solid piece, or they're using big kind of tile pieces. I like this. This is really nice. Yep, beautiful, beautiful place. And again, this one sold for what? Let me look. $699. TV in the bathrooms, kind of zipping through here. A lot of homes built around this time are going to have some hardwood, tile, things like that, but they're still going to have carpet in the bedrooms. Personal preference. Some people like to keep that carpet in the bedroom. Some people like to go all hardwood, no carpet in the bedroom. We're going to take a look at the next home, which is on Ashburn Drive, 4-bed, 4-bath, $669,900, listed by Liesel Lancaster, and this one is still active. Now, I know not everyone can afford this type of house, but if you can, this is a beauty as well. So let's take a look at it. Also hardwood floors, nice kitchen. The kitchen looks a little bit smaller than the last house that we looked at, and maybe it's just the layout, because again, we're just looking at one of those internet sites, going through the photos. You can see the tile backsplash here. So an interesting little island there with that stove in the middle. That's pretty cool. I like the open space. Everyone can kind of be involved in what's going on, or you have that separate room, which maybe was a dining room or an office over there. Tile work laid out a little differently. That's kind of cool. Like the color choices in here, and looks like some crown molding going around as well. I like the color in the bathroom. Colors are personal things. I know it's just up to you what you like. But you know, many of these houses, these houses here, certainly you can just move right in and not do anything to. Beautiful deck. I can't tell from that photo. I'm thinking it's screened in. Let me go back here real quick. Beautiful deck. It looks like it's screened in. I love that. Screened in is nice. It looks like it's a composite floor, so you don't have to keep worrying about all the wood down there. Ooh, a little checkerboard laundry room. Again, carpets in bedrooms, not uncommon at all, especially at this time of these homes being built. You see that quite a bit, and we do see it today even. A lot of 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,800 square foot new construction kind of spec homes that are being built still do the same thing. They do some kind of solid surface, luxury vinyl plank, and then they'll also do carpet in the bedrooms. So pool, nice little pool. Looks relaxing. Beautiful. Maybe I want to move. It looks beautiful. It really does. Double deck there, big. Man, that's pretty cool. Nice yard. That one's listed again by Liesel Lancaster, Lauren Bell Real Estate. Lauren Bell's a mover and a shaker in the Lynchburg, Virginia area. Before we get to the last house, the $1 million house, which incidentally just had a little price drop, so now it's $1,149,900 maybe. I'll have the right information up here on the screen for you, I promise. Before we get to that, let me remind you again, here's my name and number. Feel free to reach out, send me an email, send me a text, give me a call, whatever you're comfortable with. I often, if we're just meeting for the first time, I often like to set up a little Zoom call later so we can kind of meet each other, see each other while we're talking, but we don't have to, whatever you're comfortable with. We can just do a phone call just to kind of get your story and your particulars. What are you looking for? What's your time frame? What questions do you have? Anything I can do to help you, I'd be happy to help you. Now let's look at this last home listed by Stacy Powell, Keller Williams. This one is on Brandy Springs Court, and it's the big one at over 6,000 square feet. Again, you see all the brick exterior. You walk in and look at those railings and the floor and the arches and the woodwork. Beautiful. Color choices. Would I tell you if I don't like a color? Yeah, absolutely, I'll tell you. What's the matter? You just paint it. But so far, I like these colors. I like the gold and the kind of blue. Woodwork looks beautiful. The floors look beautiful. Looks so nice and clean. Oh, look at that. Little like built-in actions over there on the side. That fireplace. That's really nice. Kitchen is nice. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm seeing this home for the first time. Just looking again through one of those internet websites, going through a little photo tour together, me and you, and seeing what we like. Beautiful stove. I love the gas stove. Uh-oh, this one has a pool too. We can see it out the back window. Let's see if we like this one any more or less than the other. Well, it looks like it has that little lip over there where those fountains are, maybe sticking up, that little white area. I definitely like that. I gotta guess we're gonna get back outside and see more photos in a second. But as for right now, get the tray ceiling, nice fan, large bedroom. Look how big that is. Oh man. Yeah, primary. Look at this bathroom. Ginormous. Sometimes these photos are taken on wide angle lenses and it can be a little distorting, but I guarantee you this is a large place. That closet. Wardrobe area, maybe we should call it. Laundry room, mud room. Ah, theater room. Ooh, theater room. That reminds me, you can comment on this. What's a favorite TV show or miniseries that you're watching right now? What do you like? Stick around. I'm going to mention two. I have two that I really like coming up here. I'll tell you what they are. You tell me, what do you like? Down in the basement or terrace level. Fireplace, a little, maybe that's a wet bar, maybe it's a dry bar. Beautiful. 3-car garage. There's an overview again of that pool. Oh, and a separate garage building. Nice. Very nice. Car lift to work on your cars. I mean, come on, basketball court. Can we get a pickleball court on there? Is there enough room for a pickleball court? This place is nice. Now, pause. As we pull up to this house, you would have noticed, and I forgot to mention, but look at that right there. New construction, I forgot to mention. That might be the only new construction home going on in this area. You can see it again off to the side. So, I don't know how you feel about that, but satellite dishes, solar panels on the back. There it is. I mean, again, what do you like about Forest? Why might you want to be in Forest? Is the median price a little bit higher in Forest? Yes. You don't have to spend $700,000 to $1 million to live in Forest, for sure. But there are neighborhoods, there are communities, there are little developments, pockets of places where the homes are priced at that price point. Walker's Crossing is one of them. Great on taxes, great location. When you do spend that much money, you often get half an acre to an acre. You get to get some space around your home. You get the brick exterior finishes most of the time. So there's lots of things to like about Forest in general, and maybe Walker's Crossing. Let me try to say that again. And maybe Walker's Crossing specifically. So if you have any questions, have any thoughts, please feel free to reach out. Oh, I didn't tell you what I like watching right now. Two of my favorite shows. One, Only Murders in the Building, Hulu. Two, Stick, Owen Wilson golf show, pretty cool, on Apple. Those are two of my favorites. There are some other ones that I like, but those are two of my current favorites. I look forward to seeing all your comments, what you're watching, and what you want when you move. Until next video, thank you for watching this one and sticking around this long. I will see you on the next video. So that means taxes are the lower. So that means taxes